So we covered gumbo greens, but I didn't cover the master recipe for greens.
I'm satisfied with life, I do not just get by, I thrive. What a miracle to be up and alive.
So greens are really simple, but most people mess up. They just can't get that depth of flavor. So what I'm going to do is show you two secrets. So the first secret is boiling the meat that you're going to use to season them. I'm using a smoked turkey leg. You can see I just started boiling it in some water. That's it. And I'm just removing the scum. Not necessary, I don't think, but it's something that I like to do. And then you're just going to keep boiling it. Now, I seasoned them lightly in the beginning. I put the onion, and that's going to give you a really nice gravy for your pot liquor. I also add about 2 tablespoons of garlic. I use the frozen kind. Just don't use garlic. It does not have a strong taste. You want to use fresh or paste or a frozen type. I'm also going to add some bell pepper, about a half. And you season with crushed red pepper to taste. If you don't like them spicy, you can omit it or pull back on it. Now, the most important part to get the depth of flavor is to boil your meat until your water becomes cloudy, where it's releasing the marrow and all your meat is falling off the bone. Do not want to move forward. Sometimes it takes about an hour for most meats. It may go longer, but if your water does not look milky like that, do not add your greens or they're going to be bland. So I just run a paper towel around the rim to get that scum off from the boiling meat, but I'm getting a real nice color of milkiness. So at this point, you're going to put your cleaned greens in there, and I'll put a link to the gumbo greens recipe where I show you how to clean greens. I'm not going to belabor the point. I add chicken bouillon. That is the second key. You want to use chicken bouillon, a chicken broth. You can use veggie broth if you're not using meats or you have a aversion, whatever, but you want to use broth to cook your greens in. Now you can add a little water. So I use about a box of broth. These are 2 bundles of greens cut up, and I add the chicken broth, the chicken bouillon to give it just a little bit more depth of flavor, but it is salted. So be careful with your salt in the beginning. You don't really want to salt to the end where you allow everything to consolidate and you're going to have that water condense and cook down. And then at that point, you want to adjust your salt. Very rarely do I need to add any more salt at that point. I also added a little of Tony's or any kind of Cajun seasoning, whatever your favorite all-purpose seasoning, and a dash of apple cider vinegar. Gives a little tang. And you just cook it until it's the tenderness that you prefer. Again, probably about an hour more.